Hey, what's up, guys? I see a lot of other Dodge Charger 392 pages posting up, answers to the question, can you daily drive a Dodge Charger 392? The question is yes, and I'm going to take you on my trip to McDonald's, which is a couple miles around from my house, to show you why this is a perfect daily driver. But first, cold start. Ooh, she sounds bad. But yeah, I'm gonna take you on a ride, uncut, unedited, to McDonald's while I order my 20-piece McNugget and come back and show you why this car is perfect for daily driving, in case you're wondering. First off, as a daily driver, I put my car in eco mode with track steering, simply because it makes the steering more stiff, and I find it's easier to control with the stiffer steering than it is with the street steering, because I think street steering kind of has a lot of play in it, where the track steering actually is more precise. So I find it's easier to control the car when it's in track mode for the steering. Everything else is going to be eco and street for as far as transmission, paddle shifters, which means I can't use paddle shifters, and traction is going to be in street mode, which means traction control will be on. But if you haven't been inside a 392 yet, you'll be glad to know that, even though it's only 61 degrees outside, I'm not going to put it on, but when it's colder outside, you do have heated seats, and you have heated steering wheel, which come in great when it's like 40-something degrees outside, which doesn't happen too much in New Orleans, or outside New Orleans, but it does happen enough to actually use it. So that's a plus for daily use. All right, go back to my normal screen, because we ain't worried about that no more. So, like I said, the car is quiet. As you can tell, I'm doing 20 in the neighborhood. You really can't hear it, so I'm not waking up no neighbors. It's midnight 23 or 12:23 at night, so you ain't got to worry about disturbing no neighbors. My windows are all fogged up, so let me put on the defroster, front windshield, turn that heat up. 75 should defrost them. Using my wiper blades. Yeah, like I said, this car is definitely good for daily use. It's civil. The seats are very comfortable. And I'm not going to get on it until I get out the neighborhood, due to respect to my neighbors, I have one of the nicest cars out here, but I don't have the nicest. The neighbor down the street has a C3 Corvette. Beautiful beast. Love it. Love to go for a ride out with him. One of the houses we just passed has a Saleen Mustang, like a 02, 03 generation, 04. I'm not quite sure what year it is, maybe an 01, but it's a Saleen Mustang. And then a neighbor across the street from him actually has a beautiful Datsun 240Z. Oh my God, I love that car. And look, y'all can hate on me all you want, but look, the Datsun 240Z is a beautiful import car for a classic import. I don't know if y'all are about that import life, but I just like whatever cars look good, and I have to say it may not be the fastest car, but it's definitely one of the nicest cars out here. It's in beautiful condition. He keeps that thing in the garage. I've maybe seen him. I've been living here. I'm 33. I've been living here for about 30 years, and I've probably only seen him twice drive it. Ooh, that car sounds good. But look, you're gonna see one of my favorite acceleration spots up here in a second, and you're about to find out why it's one of my favorite acceleration spots. I've done a couple of accelerations in this spot for a future video that I'm not done making yet, but it's going to be in this video because, well, y'all gonna find out why. That's why. This is usually where I fill up at, the local racetrack. It's $1.69 for 87 or $2.19 for 93 octane. California ain't touching that. $2.19 for 93 octane. Can you imagine? All right, let me slow down a little bit here because I don't want to get caught speeding. But you see this? This is why this is my favorite spot right here. Take a listen. Oh, I love that echo. Love that echo underneath the bridge. Ain't nothing better sounding than that. I'm gonna wait for this car to go before I turn on red, which is perfectly legal where I'm at, as long as I come to a complete stop. And there's the McDonald's I'm going to. Like I said, it's literally right outside the neighborhood. So, yeah, like I said, this car is perfect for daily use. All right, well, I'm gonna stop the video right here while I order my food and then pick it up as soon as I order my, and start the video again after I order my food. Look, I know I said this video was gonna be unedited, uncut, but the reason why I stopped the video for the drive-through is, well, it's after midnight. They usually don't have much food cooked. All I did was order a 20-piece McNugget with no sauce, and they're gonna sit me and wait. And not only that, but it's been about 5 minutes, so I'll stop the video. Instead of having a 10 minutes of like waiting for food video, I figured I would just stop the video, get my food, and restart it afterwards. So we're gonna continue with the video right now. All right, guys, I'm back. I got my 20-piece McNuggets. It only cost out here outside New Orleans is $6.08 after tax. Not bad for 20 nuggets. All right. Now, there's another question that's on everybody's mind as far as the 392 as a daily driver. Well, what's the gas mileage? What's the gas mileage? I bet the gas mileage must suck in this car. Actually, no, it doesn't. All right. For one, it's got cruise control. When it's in eco or street mode, I haven't tested it on track or on sport mode yet, but once you get up to the speed limit, it's 45 on this road, you're gonna notice that it goes into 4-cylinder mode. Watch. Okay, 4-cylinder mode. I'm getting 28 miles to a gallon on 4-cylinder mode, 30 miles to a gallon on 31. Like I said, it's very fuel efficient. Oops, I'm kind of sweating a little bit here. It's very fuel efficient as long as you keep your foot out of the pedal and you do the speed limit, of course. Now, believe it or not, if I was to bump it up to 50 or 51, it would actually go from 7th gear to 8th gear, which will lower the RPMs, and that current MPG in 4-cylinder mode would actually jump up to about, I guess, 34. But that would technically be speeding on this road, and I'm not gonna do that to show y'all. I wish I could, but believe it or not, I follow the law. So, you know, it's right now it's bumping up to 31, 32. So it's very efficient in eco mode, that's for sure. I'm taking the slightly longer way home, the more scenic route. You know, maybe I'll up it here a little bit so y'all could see what my route is. You know, I mean, everything's pretty much close to me. There's the local bowling alley right there. They also got a hair cutting salon there where I actually get my hair cut, believe it or not. Yes, I get my hair cut at the bowling alley. No shame in that. Dude, it's been cutting my hair since I've been 13 years old. Only person that's touched my hair since I was 13. I'm 33 now. But this long way I'm taking, I want to say probably is if you leave my house and then come around this way, I want to say it's about 5-mile loop total, you know, in total. So it's not a bad little loop, you know. But and yes, I see y'all are probably questioning, oh, well, you said it's fuel efficient, but you get 17.5 miles to a gallon. You're right, but you got to realize a lot of that's in the city, not on the highway. On the highway, I normally average about 24 to 26 miles to a gallon in this car, doing anywhere between 60 and 80 miles an hour. Yes, 80 is a little bit of speeding, a little bit, but in this area, they're not going to pull you over for 10 over. If you go over 80, they'll pull you over in a heartbeat, because, you know, anything more than 10 over on the interstate here is, you know, gives them the right to give you a ticket. On the interstate, as far as in city driving, if you're doing 10 over, that's a no-no. They don't want you doing more than 5 over in the city, in this area. But speed limit is 40 on the road I'm at, so, and I'm doing 45, which is technically 5 over, but I'm still within good reason. If a cop sees me, he ain't gonna worry about it because I'm not acting suspicious, weaving in and out of traffic, hard accelerating, swerving, you know, like drunk drivers do usually at at midnight 39, or as you can tell, I got mine in military time, so that's actually 0039 hours. But you know, such life. There also isn't many cops on this road for the most part until after about 2 a.m. because that's usually when the drunks come out. But as of right now, the cops really haven't been as heavy on this road since COVID started, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let's go ahead and take the back way into my house right here. Normally I go all the way up there, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn in right here because it's the back of my neighborhood. It's a little longer, but you know, just for the sake of the video. That house right there is one of my favorite houses to pass by. I would love to own that house in this neighborhood. I've been eyeing it since I was a teenager. I've always wanted to live in that house. Nice high house, kind of on like a slight small hill. I want to say it's at least 6 feet off the of the street, so you ain't got to worry about flooding or none of that. But my house is good too. I want to say I'm probably a good 5 feet off the street in my house. I've lived in this neighborhood since I was 30 years old. I've actually moved 1 block from my parents, so I'm actually 1 block from the wife's parents too, so we're actually kind of in the middle between my parents and her parents, for the wife and I. But you know, the house has never flooded. My parents' house has never flooded. Her parents' house around the corner has never flooded. So when I bought the house, I knew I was secured there. But you never know. So, of course, I do have flood insurance on my house along with all the other insurance. But since it's not mandatory in this area outside of New Orleans, I have to pay separate instead of including it into my house note. Flooding insurance here is real dirt cheap. I'll probably pay like $380 a year. It's chump change. But, you know, at least I don't have to worry about my house ever flooding, ever. But, all right, well, I hope this answers your question. If you had a question, is the Dodge Charger 392 Scat Pack, I currently have a 2020, is it a daily driver? Well, watch this video and let me know in the comments if you thought this was a daily driver, because this car is amazing. I love it. It can go fast when I want to, get loud when I want to, or it can be civilized and comfortable and warm me up in the wintertime. And I'm back at my house, so I'm going inside to eat my nuggets. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Thanks for following. Love it. Peace.